Hi and welcome to Higher English, your go-to channel for mastering business English. I'm Craig and today we're going to talk the talk and make sure you can walk the walk in your professional business life. You might have guessed that we're focusing on the word talk today. By the end of this video, you'll have 12 useful, versatile and clear idioms, phrasal verbs and native-like expressions that'll make your English sound more fluent and professional. So, let's get started. First up, we have to talk shop. Now, this doesn't mean setting up a little store where you only discuss business, though that might be interesting. Talking shop refers to chatting about work-related topics outside of the office, like at a party or social event. It's something you might do when you bump into a colleague at a networking event and suddenly you're knee-deep in a conversation about quarterly targets. You could say, "At the company dinner, we ended up talking shop about the upcoming merger, even though we promised we wouldn't discuss work." Next on the list is to sweet talk. This one's not about sugary compliments, although it can be. Sweet talking is when you use flattery or persuasive language to get someone to agree with you or do something for you. It's like adding a spoonful of sugar to your words to make them more appealing. You might say, "He managed to sweet talk the client into signing the contract ahead of schedule." Our next expression is talk is cheap. Here's a phrase that reminds us that actions speak louder than words. Simply saying something doesn't make it happen. You've got to back up your words with action. For instance, the CEO told the team we'd hit record profits this year, but everyone knows talk is cheap unless we see some real strategy behind it. Moving on, we have to talk through. This is a practical one, especially in meetings. When you talk something through, you discuss it in detail, making sure every aspect is covered. It's like walking through a project plan step by step with your team to ensure there are no surprises later. You might say, "Let's talk through the proposal before we present it to the board." Next up is to talk down to. This is something you definitely want to avoid in a professional setting. Talking down to someone means speaking to them as if they're less intelligent or less important than you. It's condescending and can damage relationships at work. For example, the manager lost the respect of his team when he started talking down to them during meetings. Now, let's look at pep talk. A pep talk is a short motivational speech intended to boost someone's confidence and enthusiasm. Think of a coach's speech before a big game. In business, a pep talk can be just what your team needs before a big presentation. You could say, "Before the pitch, the team leader gave us a pep talk that really got us fired up." Our next example is small talk. This is the casual, polite conversation you make with colleagues or clients before getting down to business. It's usually about non-controversial topics like the weather, sports, or weekend plans, and it helps to build rapport. You might say, "After some small talk about the weather, we dove into the main agenda of the meeting." Moving on to talk over. This phrase means to discuss something until a decision is reached, or it can mean interrupting someone while they're speaking, though hopefully not in the same conversation. For example, we need to talk over the contract terms before we finalize anything. Next, we have to talk up. This means to speak positively about something or someone, often to boost its value or reputation. It's like giving a glowing review to make something seem more appealing. You could say, "She really talked up the new project during the meeting and now everyone's excited about it." Moving on to talk someone into. This means persuading someone to do something they might not have originally wanted to do. It's all about convincing someone that your idea is worth pursuing. You might hear, "He managed to talk the investors into extending the deadline by 2 weeks." Our next example is straight talk. This is the kind of direct, honest communication that leaves no room for confusion or misunderstanding. It's about being clear and to the point, which is crucial in business dealings. You might say, The CFO gave us some straight talk about the company's financial situation, and it was exactly what we needed to hear. Finally, we have to talk around. This means to avoid directly addressing a topic, often because it's uncomfortable or difficult. It's like skirting the issue rather than confronting it head on. You could say, the manager talked around the issue of layoffs, but everyone knew what was really going on. And there you have it, 12 essential expressions with talk that'll make your business English sound more professional, natural, and confident. If you found this video helpful, please talk it up by hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, and leave a comment on which phrase was new to you. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.